What inspired you to get on YouTube and start talking about movies and the pop culture stuff that you do currently?
Yeah, I mean, it's my own version of kind of what you just said of seeing other people doing it kind of inspired me.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, I've always kind of been a creative person that likes to put my ideas back there. So all the way back to the late 90s, I was on I put up an members.aol.com website about Jackie Chan where I reviewed martial arts movies and John Woo
Mhm.
action films. And that was 20 years ago.
Mhm.
So I've always kind of been that kind of person. And then in the early zeros, about 9 8 9 years ago, started to discover like John Campea, Chris Stuckman, Jeremy Johns, John Flickinger. And I had the thought, I can do that. I can do what they're doing.
Mhm.
And so I put up some videos back in 2013. And as it turns out, it wasn't as easy as I thought. So I put a couple out, took 6 months off, put a couple more out, did that pattern for about 3 years. And then in July of 2016, I didn't have a job. I went to go see that new Ghostbusters movie that everybody was crapping on the internet. And then the other half was like, if you don't like this movie, it's because you're sexist. And everybody's, no, you guys made a crappy movie. And I was just like right there in the middle. I was like, I went to go see it and I was like, okay, I mean, it's not that good, but it's
Mhm.
also not terrible either. I'm just kind of right here in the middle.
Mhm.
What if I put a review of that out? So put that out, and it did all right. I had fun doing it. And a couple weeks after that, I put out a review of a ranking of the Star Trek movies when Star Trek Beyond came out,
Mhm.
and it ended up getting like several thousand views. And I was like, wait, people actually care what I have to say. Maybe I should stick with this. Now, the next video I put out after that got like 10 reviews. 8 of them were my mom, and one of them was me.
Mhm.
But I had like that one video that was just successful enough that I went, yeah, I should stick with this. And so that's kind of the origin of my channel. And if you're familiar with it, I do a lot of rankings now. And it all started with that Star Trek ranking that took off. And I went, oh, these things work.
Yeah, yeah. If you guys follow Sean, super creative dude. I just check out his videos. Like he stated earlier, he does a lot of rankings. The last ranking I saw recently was your Fantastic Four ranking. That you did a couple years back or a couple months back, and I recently told you off camera the first time I saw one of your videos is the Spider-Man ranking from all the
Yeah.
Spider-Man films up until, and you even included the Venom movie into that thing.
Yeah,
Um,
I debated that. I went back and forth. Like, he's not in it. It's not a Spider-Man movie. But there's always, if you don't put it in there, then people are like, Venom, I mean, obviously the two are associated. Why didn't you put it in here? And if you put it in there, people are like, dude, Spider-Man's not in this movie. I was like, okay. Uh, If people would rather have more of my opinion, so let's put a little bit more in there. And if people like if I put it in there, you know why I put it in there. And if I don't put it in there, you know why I didn't put it in there. So it's like, let's the comment section loves to have really strong opinions on everything, but I went for it.